Okay, so if you are an e-commerce fashion brand or you're a freelancer that works for an e-commerce fashion label, you will know that it's very long to get a photo shoot together. And it takes a tremendous amount of effort, coordination, and delays as well, inevitably, until you get up to that point. If you're interested, I'll leave a link down below to a whole masterclass slash webinar I did that actually walks through this in detail, in painstaking detail, of how long it can take. The purpose of today's video is to try and introduce you to a workflow that drastically reduces time in terms of not only creating an AI fashion model for the brand that you have in mind, but then also making sure that, most importantly, you take flat lay images and place them on your particular AI fashion model. So I'm going to walk you through that step by step in this alpha preview of my app that I'm working on called MUSE Studio. Okay, so let's get into it. So we've got three aspects here. We've got concept, we've got campaign, and we've got clone. I'm just going to show you primarily the concept and the campaign features right now. And if you've got any questions, you can feel free to ask them in the comments, but otherwise, let's get into it. Okay, so first we're going to define the model. Now, the brand I have in mind is Alo Yoga and Louis Vuitton. So I'm looking for a model that's going to be younger, okay? Probably around 2021, female, and let's do fair European descent. And then we're going to go with, like, we want her to be approachable, and we want her face and her overall structure to be very inviting. Now, I've spoken about this in the past with my morphology video and my series of what makes a model commercially viable and what specific configuration of her face and her body proportions, etc., are best suited for a specific brand, depending on the vibe that you want to give off. I'm not going to go into depth in this video of that. I'm just going to walk through it. So, a heart-shaped face is typically more inviting and warm and sensual. So too is an oval-shaped face, whereas square and diamond-shaped faces are more serious, editorial. Think of more harsher lighting, right? So that's what it's good for. So we're going to stick with hearts, and then almond-shaped eyes, and a button-shaped nose for that cuteness. Okay, straight is more like angular, and that would be best suited for diamond or square-shaped faces. But when you're going with heart-shaped, then usually almond or button is best suited, right? Now we go here and we go with grey eyes. It's my favorite eye color, and we're going to go plump as well. So it's got that fullness there. It really stands out with her face, but then it also has that warm and inviting feel as well. Okay, we're going to go with high ponytail to give that sporty look, and we're going to have blonde hair, and here we're going to have a natural glow because we want her in her element, working out or just walking around athleisure, if you will. And then body type here, we're going to go with hourglass and lean to really accentuate her curves when she's wearing that outfit. Although you're going to see in a second that we're actually going to don her with a Louis Vuitton jacket and some Alo Yoga leggings, as well as Louis Vuitton flats as well. So you're going to see that in a moment. Then with measurements, we've got 34, 24, 34. That's the typical setup when it comes to an hourglass figure. So I'm just going to dial that back down from 24 to 30, from 24 to 23 inches, and just slightly accentuate the hips there at 35. And we're going to leave this at 5'7" and about 52 to 51 kgs, a sweet spot there. So we'll leave it at 52. And yeah, we could actually just drag and drop one image here of one of the flat lays that we've got here. These are all WebP files, by the way. But I'm just going to save it for when after we've created the model. Okay. And if you do select a color palette here, it will actually change what she's wearing as a default image before we save her as a muse. You'll see that in a moment. So I'm just going to pick everything in white here. Actually, no, not in white. We want black because we want that contrast, so we can really see her physique, and most importantly, so it holds up when we do actually create her as a photo shoot. Bright and airy, soft, and we're going to have a relaxed lean, let's say, and low angle to really show off her whole body, right, and her physique there. Okay, now create prompt, and this will take a moment because it is an alpha and I've not done things to speed it up, but hopefully, you know, it works. And if it doesn't, then of course we'll try again. But it is an alpha preview, and there she is. Okay. Now that is our model, and we're going to call her, let's say, Amelia, and save it as a muse. So now she's in this section here called muses, and there's also a particular, let's say, description that's been made for her. So she's exceptionally well suited for campaigns featuring contemporary fashion, business casual attire, and elevated everyday essentials. Her refined yet approachable demeanor makes her ideal for showcasing minimalist designs, demonstrating the fit and quality of garments, and appealing to a sophisticated modern audience who values understated elegance and comfort in their clothing choices. Right, so it's given all of these, but I think it's based it as well, not just on her morphology, but it's based it also, this analysis, on what she's wearing. Okay, if generally speaking, a woman has an hourglass figure, she's youthful, she's not wearing makeup, she's got a heart-shaped face, then she would be very well suited for athleisure or activewear type of brands as well. And that's what we're going to do here. So let's select our model, Amelia, and let's also now import one of these particular items. So let's do the sandals. I like those, like the shoes, not sandals, sorry. These Louis Vuitton flat shoes. Let's do that. Okay, so we have dragged and dropped that there. Now we can say Amelia is standing outside a cafe on a warm winter's day. She is holding a coffee cup in her hands with during dawn, and there is some sunlight gently hitting her face from the side, right? Now, normally this section would be for you to basically import your whole brief in full, and then it will go ahead and, of course, summarize it, and you'll be able to generate. If this don't work, I'll try it again, because I know I had issues yesterday. But like I said, it is in alpha preview. So if you are curious, by the way, of how you can get access to it, if you are a freelancer and you're working with an e-commerce brand, or if you are yourself an e-commerce brand owner, then feel free to actually click the link in the description that will take you to my LinkedIn. And then on LinkedIn, just feel free to message me, connect with me, and we'll be able to, of course, work together there. Now, we can see she's wearing those Louis Vuitton clothing, right? She's wearing that Louis Vuitton shoes. Now, these were the shoes, just for your reference. If I can just like open it up with the photos here. Okay, these were the shoes, okay? Just for your reference. Now, Amelia, is wearing these particular shoes, as we can see. If we like zoom in there, she's wearing those shoes, right? We zoom in there, she's wearing those shoes, and it's upheld all the details perfectly, okay? And yeah, same outfit, but wearing those shoes, okay? So that is a little bit of a demo for today. It's been a bit of a short one, and I've even got some match scores down here, so we can see in likeness whether she was actually looking the same. That looks to be like the most consistent in terms of how she looks, and that one as well. But yeah, that's the video for today. I didn't want to make any edits on this video, just so you can know how long it really takes. And yeah, if you've got any questions about this particular prototype that I'm developing, or if you actually, well, of course, want to join me and not only test it together, but co-develop it alongside myself, then feel free to click the link down below in the description where you'll be taken to my LinkedIn page. Feel free to connect with me, DM me, and then I'll be sending you the link as well as a private invite to join that group. Okay, thanks for watching. I've been Vay, and until next time, peace.